says choosing leaders with the right values important. High Court set aside coroner's decision that Dutch model's death due to misadventure. Good afternoon, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says the Malaysia Future Leaders School, or MFLS program, created early this year to produce youth leaders, must be continued and further enhanced. He noted that leadership schools have become important in present times due to the key roles played by leaders in developing society and to successfully carry out the national agenda. Further, Tun Dr. Mahathir said the Rakyat must choose strong leaders with good values who will help contribute to nation building.
Sebab itu pemimpin begitu berkesan sehingga kalau tersilap ada pemimpin yang tidak baik, maka masyarakat itu akan menghadapi masalah dan mungkin akan runtuh sama sekali. Di sebaliknya, kalau kita dapati pemimpin yang berwibawa, pemimpin yang mempunyai akhlak yang tinggi, maka mereka yang dipimpin olehnya akan membangunkan masyarakat itu sehingga akan berdiri tamadun yang tinggi pada masyarakat itu.
The Premier added that to become a leader, one has to learn how to control their emotions and recognize the possible consequences if they fail to do so. Pointing out Japan as an example, Tun Dr. Mahathir said its people took great pride in their self-esteem and capabilities and are quick to feel shame over bad societal elements or the inability to contribute to progress. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir also noted that he asked Economic Affairs Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin Ali on his meeting with UMNO and PKR members of Parliament at the minister's residence in Putrajaya on Monday. The Premier said Datuk Seri Azmin told him that some UMNO people have lost their party direction and did not know what to do when inquired if they should join other parties or not. Some also made statements pledging support for the leadership of the Prime Minister. When asked whether it was appropriate for the minister to hold a meeting, the Premier said he did nothing wrong as he paid his right as Deputy President of PKR and has the right to meet anybody. On another note, when asked whether as Pakatan Harapan PH chairman he would advise PKR not to spill its internal problems in public, Tun Dr. Mahathir said he would not interfere in the affairs of other parties even if they are part of the PH coalition. The tender process by the Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry, or MOA, for the award of contracts to the National Farmers Organisation, NAFAS, has yet to be finalised. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Salahuddin Ayub, stressed that the process had been carried out in accordance with established procedures and rules, and there was no scandal as alleged. Commenting further on the matter, Datuk Seri Salahuddin said in fact, all decisions are yet to be finalised. As long as they are not finalised by the Ministry of Finance, it is still an ongoing process. He said this after officiating the Fisheries Department's 125th anniversary celebration in Bayan Lepas, Pulau Pinang yesterday. The minister added that what his ministry does is in line with the rules. On Thursday, during a debate session at the Dewan Rakyat, MCA President Dr. Wee Ka Siong reportedly claimed that 3 contracts worth more than 1 billion ringgit were cancelled after the MOA was said to award the project to NAFAS under direct negotiations. The 2020 National Day celebrations should become an extraordinary event and much better than the celebrations in the previous years. Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo says the relevant departments and agencies must make early preparations and think outside the box to ensure that the most important annual event would leave a mark to the Rakyat and the country. Acknowledging that managing the event on the 31st of August, which is a sacred date for Malaysia, was a major challenge for the ministry. Goh Bin said the outstanding organisation demonstrated this year gave the confidence that such aspiration could be achieved. He said this when feting staff involved in a 2019 National Day celebration at the programme to strengthen National Day Strategic Networking 2019 at the Putrajaya International Convention Centre, PICC, yesterday. The 2019 National Day Parade and Procession took place at the Dataran Putrajaya, involving 16,000 participants and witnessed by more than 35,000 visitors. Meanwhile, the minister praised the commitment of everyone who had worked hard and gave strong commitment to the extent that the parade and procession to inculcate patriotism among the rakyat went smoothly and with excellence. The Kuala Lumpur High Court yesterday ruled that the death of Dutch model Ivana Esther Roberts-Smith was caused by persons known or unknown, and subsequently overturned a coroner's ruling that the death was due to misadventure. Justice Colin Lawrence Sequeira reached the verdict after allowing an application by Smith's family to review a coroner's ruling in March this year. In his judgment, Justice Sequeira said that under circumstances, there were insufficient investigation done on possibility of death by homicide. He said the coroner in her decision had agreed with the findings of a Dutch pathologist, Dr. Frank van der Goot, that Smith and her hosts, couple Alex Johnson and Luna Almas, might have engaged in a struggle prior to the death. Despite the court agreeing with the expert witness, the coroner returned a verdict of misadventure, which was inconsistent with her findings in respect to Dr. Frank's evidence. He then set aside the coroner's decision and directed the Attorney General's Chambers, or AGC, to instruct the police to investigate the cause of the death of the 19-year-old model. Smith, who was believed to be under the influence of alcohol, was found sprawled nude on the 6th floor condo of Cap Square residence in Kuala Lumpur, 14 floors below Johnson and Almas's 20th floor condo on the 7th of December 2017. The Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Al-Mustafa Bilal Shah attended a dinner function organised by the Administrative and Diplomatic Officers Association, or PPTD, in Sri Kembangan, Selangor last night. So gracing the event was Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Haja Aziza Amina Maimuna Iskandaria. Their Majesties arrived at 8:30 p.m., was greeted by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail and Chief Secretary to the Government Tan Sri Dr. Ismail Bakar. At the event, Their Majesties also witnessed an exhibition on the history of PPTD and took photographs with members of the association. A total of 520 administrative and diplomatic officers attended the dinner. Let's start off with local sport. Preliminary investigations by the police on the viral video showing Malaysians allegedly beating Indonesian football fans was not captured at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium, the venue of the recent match between Malaysia and Indonesia. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Director Dato' Huzair Mohamad said a report had been lodged for the police to investigate the authenticity of the video, and investigations were being conducted under Section 500 of the Penal Code and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. A video clip of 48 seconds went viral on social media showing a few people believed to be Indonesians being beaten by Malaysian supporters, purportedly after the 2022 World Cup 2023 Asian Cup qualifying match at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium last Tuesday. Malaysia beat Indonesia 2-0 in the match. Yesterday, the Youth and Sports Ministry lodged a police report to investigate the authenticity of the video. Dato' Huzair said the police, with the collaboration of the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, was investigating the video. He also advised the public against spreading the video as it could provoke both the Malaysians and Indonesians. And that concludes this Saturday afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, Prime Minister says choosing leaders with the right values important. Join us again at 7 this evening. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.